Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Tolhurst and welcome to the Motormaina podcast, live on YouTube for the 8th of March 2025, of course. If you want to hear more videos on Chazza Squash, which is my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe the video and also click the bell notification top right hand corner of the screen. I'll alert you when new videos get uploaded on the channel. It's been a while since I've done one of these podcasts, guys, and I'm going to be doing a few more of them coming up. Obviously, we've got, motorsport news. We've got the Formula One season starting last week as well. We had Drive to Survive, which I've been watching. That's come out as well over the last couple of days as well. So, yes, on Netflix, a huge series of motorsport events. And I'm going to be talking about some motorsport news as well whilst here. And we're going to start with that first, actually, because there's been some news which I want to talk about quickly. The first bit of news comes from exclusively the mini challenge, which I want to announce. Obviously, I'm going to be doing some coverage of the mini challenge this year across much of the UK. And the news to really talk about is this signing here of Ashley Gregory. She is going to be aiming high this year, according to the news. Ashley Gregory aims high in the third Cooper campaign. She will look to building at the end of the 2024 season, returning for the third series of the Virtue Mini Trophy. The Lancashire-based race has gone into a graduate campaign looking for championship honours with her family-run team. Have bagged a maiden podium finish at Croft during a rookie season. It's tricky for former short oval and junior saloon car champion racer. However, though, with the unfortunate run of during the midpoint of last year and illness, resulting in her being forced to miss a race Silverstone, hampering her challenge. However, though, she believes that this year could be the year. I hope she does well. Obviously, the Cooper class, the trophy class, is the lower powered R53 Cooper S's that run in that. So I'm sure she'll do well in that one there as well. Also as well, Chandler Motorsport have announced a junior saloon champion in 17-year-old Harry Smith. He will be the second driver to join forces with the team. Chandler Motorsport took rookie honours last season. The Cooper Cup back in 2023. Reese Hurd is defending his title in 2024. Ronnie Smith. Since then, the likes of Lewis Soley, Alex Soley, Maximus Horn, Harry Hickton, and Ashley Gregory, similar to recent years as well. So Chandler Motorsport certainly signing a big gun here. Harry Smith, a 17-year-old, who was raced alongside the returning Cameron Wood. As well, he will complete that Cooper lineup as well. As for Wera Alliance, they are making a mini challenge move. They will join the 2025 mini challenge trophy class as well for this as well. So another one. Jedan Mason will embark on his third season of car racing after 2 years in the Fiesta Junior Championship, scoring 2 wins last season on his way to a top 5 championship finish in that one. And as well as that, we have some news as well for the Napa Racing lineup for the 2025 mini challenge. Jamie Osborne and Lewis Selby will be returning to Napa Racing, running their JCW Cooper as well. Cameron Richardson and Alex Soley will step up from the JCW Sport and Cooper classes respectively. Osborne heads into new season with eyes firmly on the Oval Championship. One of the most experienced drivers on the grid, 58 starts with his name since his JCW debut back in 2022. I look forward to, I always like watching the JCWs. As I said, Dan Zelos is has been a successful driver in this as well. Obviously Lewis Selby's also been a driver at the top of the game. So I'm hoping that, will Napa Racing do well in that? That's another question. But that's all the news there from the mini challenge. Certainly a big one that I think will have interesting decisions on as well. Also in the news as well, the British Touring Car Championship. Some news that I want to bring you from that as well. Napa Racing have unveiled their new livery, as you can see here. Also as well, Liquid Moly have become lubricant sponsors for M Sport for Toka BTCC engines. The Cumbrian-based outfit had entered an agreement to the BTCC where Liquid Moly will supply products to support its building and maintenance of the Toka engines for this season. We'll be using the Liquid Moly range products during the build and servicing the M Sport engines. So any BMW M Sport engine, this mainly comes under with that as well. Partnerships, the hardware and development taking place over the winter provide extremely good engine packages. So that's certainly going to be an interesting move there as well. Also, as well, in some more news, Dan Rowbottom will stay at Napa Racing. Sam Osborne also stays as well. And One Motorsport will confirm the return for 2025. Josh Cook will be racing for the team. He's now 33. He will drive for Honda Civic Type I. Claimed 16 out of his 20 career race wins and a further 17 pole victories under One Motorsport banner. Cook scored back-to-back independent championship titles in 22 and 2023, respectively. So that's all of the UK news. In some American news, obviously we had IndyCar the other week as well. We can confirm to you that that was won by Alex Palou, which was the race in St. Petersburg. And also NASCAR, which will be racing tonight for the Phoenix race tomorrow for the Shriners Children 500. Christopher Bell won after a very powerful last lap move on William Byron. Tyler Reddick was third. Chase Elliott, despite getting hit at the start of the race, was fourth, coming back through the field. Carl Busch was fifth. Van Gisbergen seventh. Chris Buescher seventh. Noah Gragson eighth. Alex Bowman ninth. Todd Gilliland there completing the top 10. Of course, as I said, the next race is going to be at Phoenix for the Shriners Children's 500 there as well. Now it's time for the car news. Some quick updates from the world of cars now. Let's get into it, shall we? And this one promises to be very big, actually. So, in some of the car news this week, it has been announced that, and this is some very sad news actually to announce today, which I have to say, very sad news. The Ford Focus will no longer be in production towards the end of this year. I can confirm to you guys, it's been coming for a while. The end is near for the Ford Focus. Sadly, yes. Nearly 30 years this car's been out. And yes, it is a shame. The 27 years since the first generation car was launched back in 1998. Replaced the Escort. This car did. The Escort was out for years. Obviously, the Anglia preceded that car. And the Escort used to have very famous models. The XR3, XR3i, the Orion-derived saloon as well. Even though that was a separate car name model. But the Focus has been an iconic car for years. Obviously, we had the Focus ST, the RS in 2009. The Mark II one used to have that iconic green colour scheme. And recently, in I think 2016, Ford did bring the RS out again with four-wheel drive as well. And obviously, in 2018, they brought out this, I think it was like 2018 or 2019, they brought out this current generation of Focus. I think it's had a facelift recently as well. But yeah, the car's going. So first the Fiesta, now the Focus at the end of the year is going to be retired. It's a huge shame, be a huge loss to Ford's lineup as they move towards electrification now, I'm afraid. It's what looks like to be happening. It's a shame. You know, I will miss these internal combustion engine cars, certainly. I hope some of them stay. Given, you know, the Corvette still being out as not even a hybrid in America. Of course, it was, the same year was axed in Britain in 2022. There was the Mondeo. The Fiesta was axed in 2023. The long-serving trio were axed as full focus of the attention to new electric car SUVs such as the Capri, the SUV Coupe, the Explorer. Ford also announcing more job cuts recently due to concerns of its health of its passenger car business. As well, at the time of writing, it appears the full Focus still taking Ford is still taking owners with a Focus, starting with £28,000, £500 for the hatchback, and the estate goes up to £29,660. The excellent Ford Focus ST Hot Hatch is also still listed on the company's online configurator. From £37,000, the option of an old school 6-speed manual gearbox. We love a 6-speed manual in a Focus ST. Certainly is great fun. Of course, they still run them cars in the British Touring Car Championship. Obviously, with this car going, will they still run them after the end of 2025? I don't know. I'm sure if Ford still do parts for that, they will continue using them, which is certainly what I want to see, really. So, yes, that is certainly news there for me. That I think is important. Also, some news on the roads as well. Obviously, this is mainly going to be covering the whole weekend, really. And there has been some road works on the M25. The UK's busiest motorway is closing this evening and for the entire weekend between junctions 10 and 11. They're calling for people to find alternative routes. The latest phase part of a 3-year project to improve traffic flow at this point where the A3 meets the M25 holds another bridge demolition and the M25 closure will be in place from Friday 7th of March 6 a.m. to Monday 10th of March. Diversion will be in place with significant congestion was predictable as a result of previous closures, and you can expect the same again. The M25 junction 1011 closure will be in place again over the weekend of the 21st to 24th of March for further bridge demolitions as well. So that is the turn-off just where Chessington World Adventures is. I think near Cobham Services. So just be aware if you're making the trip up there because that can get very busy indeed as well. So that's the end of that news now. In terms of some news to finish the show off, a quick little update from an event happening in London next week. An event that I don't know if I'm going to go to this yet, but this event looks really cool. Coming up on the 29th and the 30th of March is an event called Petro Hedonism Underground. So I've got the poster up here for you guys. This is the event in question. It's called Petro Hedonism Underground. It's taking place at Wembley, near Wembley Stadium. I think it's Wembley Park, I think it is. Somewhere like that. It is between the 29th and the 30th of March 2025, so at the end of the month. And it's going to be London's premier car show. In terms of, what's happening at the event, that's the question. This is what the event will feature. You're going to be, there's so many guests going. There's going to be huge numbers of guests going to this show. From the likes of Valentino Balboni, who, of course, was Lamborghini's test driver many years ago. Whether he still is, I don't know. He will be there. Also, as well, Bagsy's going. It looks like he's bringing what appears to be looking like a Nissan GTR modified there. Then you also have Rat Rossa as well, another guy bringing his what appears to be a Testarossa. Pete and Sheldon Dream Car Fixers, and they're going to be there as well. Also, Ben Pearson from Police Interceptors. And also, one of the guests that obviously is International Women's Day today as well. Izzy Hammond is going to be there along with the Smallest Cog and Drive Tribe. So Drive Tribe will be at this event. The Smallest Cog are going to be there as well. Obviously, Izzy Hammond is the daughter of Richard Hammond and has been a huge star on Drive Tribe. If you're watching the podcast tonight, Izzy, I don't know if you are or not, but obviously, I watch Drive Tribe a lot and huge respect for the channel. Huge talent. She's going to be a huge inspiration going forward. Many young people, particularly females who don't usually have a space in cars. There's a very niche market now for females. And, Izzy Hammond showing why we need more women in motoring. And definitely, she's a fantastic addition to the channel. So is Ben Collins as well, I think, the ex-Stig from Top Gear. And yes, she's really becoming a huge part of the channel now. See, Richard, Dad's very proud of her as well. I know Mike Fernie is. And the rest of the team as well. They're going to do... They're growing from strength to strength, Drive Tribe. And, they're going to be there, meet and greet in the pink lower zone. They're going to be there all weekend. So they'll be showing off lots of cars. There appears to be a yellow Capri on there as well. I think that is the Capri GXL that Hammond drove on the final Grand Tour episode. I think that's going to be there according to the poster as well. But they will be there. They'll be showing off some cars as well. And also... Wheeler Dealers, Mike Brewer. A lot of people might know Mike Brewer from Wheeler Dealers. Obviously, used to host a show years ago with Ed China. Obviously, unfortunately, Ed left, and obviously Anstead and Mark Priestley have since taken over. But yeah, Mike Brewer, huge petrol head. Obviously, used to be a Wheeler Dealer. He goes around trading cars up. He's going to be there as well. Also, as well, some YouTubers. Auto Alex, huge YouTuber. Auto Alex is does up some old cars. He's got a huge YouTube fan base, got a podcast as well. He's going to be there as well. You also have several other people. Ben Fowler as well, who hosts, I have to say, a great podcast, Road to Success. He's had some great guests on there as well, motoring guests, some celebrities. So check Ben Fowler's podcast out on YouTube called Road to Success. I've actually watched a couple of episodes. It's actually a great podcast, I think. One with Izzy Hammond, one with Mike Brewer. There's been quite a few guests on the show, as well. They've also got like Anthony Garage, Dad Cars. Ivan Thomas is going to be there as well, according to the list. Just in general, loads of guests are going to be at the event. I've pretty much gone through the set list or the guest list on all weekend. This event. Obviously, there, as you said, you can follow all of the links on the description regarding the spectator event parking as well. I said, if you're coming from the destination, it's going to be taking place over Green North, Green South, and Pink Upper. If you're travelling by car, Wembley has great public transport connections, but if you prefer to drive, street parking is a no-no, and avoid pop-up car parks. To book your space, just go on Wembley car park and pre-book your parking. As well. So that's all I'm going to say for that event. But Petrol Hedonism Underground will be taking place on the end of the month. I can't wait for this event. Anyone's going to this event sounds amazing. And that is it for the Motormania podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a great night. Content coming up very soon. Take care and goodbye.